Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-the-way girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo.
This is the development. This is the abilities tab.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track, I was left up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive so fast that we not too quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dives in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tell her my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it a hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. It's vital.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State, now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
They're going to pick up there, 26 yards. On first down, Gibbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Young will set to throw. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He's going to let it go again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Reagor, 53 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 50. And we are back in red. Second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Good. On second down now, it's Gibbs. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Young off the play fake. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready, break!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here. This ball complete to Rager. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run on first down. Dive. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 6 yards left on second down. They'll drop the throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now in third. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds who are going to be successful in this one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on third down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The play fake. Now Young. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this And the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Down left side on the swing pass. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They're going to look to throw. Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 6. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to regroup. It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. inside the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the middle they go. Dye. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Off the play fake, Young. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On play action, Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now again, right side. Gibbs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So he lost the football. It's out. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Levine Toilolo from 3 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd down, dive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, dive, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Dive. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time...
It's Ryan for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go play action. Young.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Young to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Here's Young. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes out with the interception there.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. Finding Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Second down and 5.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 5. Guy's got it, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw again. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Young here to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs, and he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's Young off play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st down, Gibbs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for him, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. So the Dolphins now down by 15. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they? That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.